please welcome Susie Drake, Interact Advisor at Neshaminy High School, to introduce their school's nominee, Mark Hogan.
Hi. Before I begin, I'd like to thank everybody because I couldn't do my job without the fine support of all the families who get the kids started at an early age to understand why it's important to volunteer and why we all volunteer. So thank you to all your parents and families for that support. I have the distinct pleasure of nominating Mark Hogan for Teen Volunteer of the Year this year. Mark is a hardworking, committed young man who truly embodies the concept of giving back. At Neshaminy, we don't have community service requirements. Our kids do service because it's part of them and they feel the need to do service. Mark has been so involved with multiple clubs in our school and community, and everybody appreciates everything he has done for all. I know Mark on 2 levels, actually 3 if you think about it. My sister was Mark's kindergarten teacher. I taught him in 11th grade, and she can verify that his writing was better, penmanship-wise, as a kindergartner than I had to deal with as a high school junior. But the nice thing about Mark is, he always participated in class, he helped others. We had a wild ride last year, and he would just kind of look over like, what's going on, Miss Drake? But he was always the one to help the kids who didn't know what was going on, to kind of try and redirect the rabble-rousers. And he was an outstanding student as well. As an advisor, Mark has been in my club, the Interact Club, for 4 years. The Interact Club is the high school version of Rotary International, and we're fortunate at Neshaminy to be sponsored by the Feasterville and Langhorne Rotaries. Mark has been involved for 4 years, and he was one of those boys. There's not many boys. I always say, come out. We have 150 members, 95% are girls. It's a great place to meet like-minded people. And he was just one of those kids who just came in and sensed a need and filled it. I would turn around and Mark was scooping up desserts at the spaghetti dinner. I actually lost him at the Langhorne Pet Fair once because we weren't doing enough. We were just doing face painting and bandanas and stuff like that, and he knew that Snipes needed help. Well, he managed to turn that into a CIT position eventually. At the end of his sophomore year, though, Mark interviewed to be a Corps member, and let me tell you, that is an intense process. Corps members are our officers. They're chosen by the students. I'm not even allowed in the room. I just verify that the kid's not lying. And the kids came to me and I said, okay, who'd you pick? And I said, why didn't you pick Mark? Well, he seems a little focused on what he wants instead of what is needed. I'm like, wait a second, I don't see that in him. They're like, well, his answers weren't the best, and he always just kind of, he's there. I'm like, but he's there in the right way, guys. And they're like, no, we're not ready yet. So I had a frank conversation with Mark. I said, here's what your classmates are seeing. And most kids would turn tail and leave. Mark came back next year as a junior, and from the very beginning, he stepped into a leadership role. He asked to go to RILA, which is Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. He was a kid who kind of reached out to the new ones as they came into the club. And our club, like I said, we don't have volunteer requirements, so sometimes kids float in and out. Their counselor says, you should probably have some community service. So they come for a day or something. But Mark has really stepped into the role. He has, I don't even know how many times I've had to give a recommendation for a volunteer position. He has like 5 jobs. They're all volunteer. And the neat thing is, he didn't do just what I asked him to do. He started things on his own. He lives in Langhorne, and he was helping at the Heritage Farm, which is a preserved farm. And he found some books. So we started, Clearwater Clear Bottle Bookshop, and the Free Lending Library in Langhorne. I didn't even know about these programs until he started. He runs a flea market every year and bosses everybody around. I walked over, I thought it was this little rinky-dink thing. No, the whole farm is filled. And he does our semi-annual events. He works the dinners. He hauls and does whatever we ask him to do. He was at the Senior Citizen Bowl with the Service Learning Club, 200 seniors. This week we get the great privilege of giving a little boy his dream. Mark was, in the forefront of fundraising, so we can get this little boy with cerebral palsy to go to Disney. Yeah, so I am truly going to miss Mark. I think he's going to do great things. He wants to be a teacher at some point. I know he will continue his service, and I would like to congratulate Mark for being our nominee. Thank you.